Hello, and welcome to my channel. I am Thomas, an automation advisor. Today I will show you how to terminate an app that has been running longer than 5 minutes. For this demo, I will use Fibate Automation Workshop. Automation Workshop is a no-code tool for automating Windows tasks, removing the need for manual work. We will begin by creating an automated task. Tasks are built with the Task Creation Wizard, which walks you through every step. It is fast, simple, and requires no programming knowledge. Our goal is to have the workflow run every minute, and if it detects that a specified app is running longer than 5 minutes, we want to terminate that app. For a workflow to run automatically, it requires a trigger. Let's add one. We could use the process and app monitor trigger for this task, but I want to demonstrate how to list all running app instances and check them one by one. So I will add a task scheduler trigger instead. I'm changing the schedule from daily to minutes. I also want to exclude weekends. Since our business app does not run on Saturdays or Sundays. As you can see, there is a lot of flexibility when defining exclusion times for the task scheduler trigger. Our trigger is ready. It will start the workflow every minute. Actions are the basic building blocks of the workflow. They perform the actual steps. First, we want to list all instances of our app. I am using the List Apps action for that. I'll simply type the name of our app here. To find actions quickly, you can start typing and the relevant actions will be displayed based on your keywords. Since we want to check each running instance, I am using a for each loop. With the variable wizard, I select the list of process IDs returned by the List Apps action. This way, every minute we get a new list of app instances, and then iterate through that list of IDs. Next, we want more details about each app instance. For this, I am adding the app information action. Because we are iterating over process IDs, I will choose Get App Details using Process ID. Again, I'll use the variable wizard. The for each action provides a current item variable. This variable contains one process ID at a time. Now we need to check if any instance has been running longer than 5 minutes. I'll add an if action to compare values. Using the variable wizard, I select the running time variable. I want to catch all processes running longer than a set time. So I'll choose is greater than. This will match any app instance running longer than 5 minutes. 300 here means 300 seconds. Each minute has 60 seconds, and 5 multiplied by 60 equals 300. How does this work? For example, if the running time is 60 seconds, that's less than 300, and the next action will not run. On the other hand, if the instance has been running for 600 seconds, which is 10 minutes, then 600 is greater than 300, so the next action will run. If the running time is greater than 5 minutes, we want to terminate that instance. Here, I am choosing to terminate the app by its process ID. If I chose to terminate by name, it would close all instances of the app, which is not what we want. Since each Windows app has its own process ID, this lets us terminate exactly the instance that is running too long. Again, we'll use the variable wizard because the process ID is not known in advance. To show flexibility, this time I'll select the process ID variable from the app information action. Let's recap. The list apps action lists all running instances of the business app. We then use the list of process IDs in the for each action to loop through them one by one. For each process, the app information action retrieves the running time. We check if the running time is greater than 300 seconds, and if it is, we terminate that instance, leaving all other instances untouched. I'll finish creating the task, and as the last step, give it a name. I'll call it Stop Long Running Apps. When I click Finish, the trigger is immediately activated and will run the workflow every minute. Skipping ahead, as you see, the workflow has already run and finished. It found 2 running instances of our app. The for each action looped through both IDs. For the first instance, the if condition was true, the instance had been running longer than 5 minutes. For the second instance, the condition was false, meaning it had been running less than 5 minutes. As a result, only the first instance was terminated. One final improvement. This step is not required, but helps maintainability. We are iterating over IDs and terminating the app by ID. The app information action uses current item as the input variable. You can rename any variable for clarity. This doesn't change how the workflow works, but makes it easier to read. If you have not yet downloaded Automation Workshop, please do so via one of the links below in the description. No registration is required, and it takes only a minute to try Automation Workshop. I hope you find this useful, and thanks for watching. Till the next time.